Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, my name is Hillary. I am a piano teacher, a composer, and a pianist. And today I really want to make a video to help anybody out there understand what the circle of fifths is and how to understand it. So if you've ever seen this chart before and you felt really confused by its meaning and how to understand it, I am here to help. And feel free to watch this video as many times as you need to understand the concepts. Because if you feel confused by the concepts, that is definitely normal. I remember the first time I started learning about music theory, I also had to study this subject multiple times, but eventually you will definitely understand it, and it will actually help you with your sight reading. So let's get into it. What is the circle of fifths? It is a key signature guide. Each letter is moving clockwise to the count of 5. So let's go up here and let's talk about our key signatures and how to figure out what's next. At the very top of our chart, we have C major. C major has no sharps and no flats. Now we're going to go down here, down clockwise, by 5 to G major. And let me show you this on the piano. So right here at the top of our circle of fifths, we have C. So we're going to count 5 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next is G major. Now what is 5 up from G major? It's D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so forth. So it's going to go clockwise to the count of 5. So what these letters are, these uppercase letters indicate major scales, major key signature scales. The lowercase letters indicate minor scales. And what this means is that each of these minor scales shares the same exact key signature as its major scale. So A minor, and C major both have no sharps and flats. E minor and G major, neither of those have sharps or flats. I'm also going to show you in this video a quick and easy way to figure out what is a relative minor to its major. Let's go ahead and start here with C. We have C, and we're going to count up to the 6th letter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the 6th letter in is A. This is where the relative minor begins to this major. Here's A minor. And of course, neither of those have sharps or flats in the key signature. Let's go over here to G major. We notice we have one sharp. And now we're wondering, okay, well, how do I know what letter in E minor or G major gets the sharp? Let's go over here to our algorithm of the order of sharps. So this is not a saying that I made up. This is a saying that was taught to me when I was doing my 2-year Associates in Fine Arts degree at Spokane Falls Community College. And I really like this saying because it's a really easy way to memorize the order of sharps and flats. So right here we have Father Charles goes down and ends battle. So when you're looking at the algorithm, you're going to start at the very beginning. See the one sharp? One sharp means that the letter F gets the sharp. Now over here to G major, we have 2 sharps. We go back down here, check it out, 2 sharps. That means in G major we have Father Charles. F sharp, C sharp. A major has 3 sharps. 1, 2, 3. That means F, C, and G get the sharp. And so forth all the way over here to 7 sharps at the C sharp major. That means that C sharp major, all of those letters are sharped. Now let's look at the order of flats, which is the same thing, but reversed. Battle, ends, and down goes Charles' father. Check it out. F major and D minor both have one flat. Therefore, that flat is B. B flat major and G minor both have two flats. B and E flat, and so forth, all the way down. So, let's go over here. Over here is where you're going to see the key signature. And the key signature tells you what sharps and flats are, if there's any, that are diatonic. Diatonic means belonging to. Oh, look over here. We have one sharp in our algorithm. This is great. What this means is that this piece is in either G major or it's in E minor. Now we're going to look at our chart, and we're going to see that the one sharp is F. That means in G major, this gets the letter F. I want you to look closely. Do you see how the sharp is on the line where the letter F goes? That'll also help. Now I'm going to show you how to figure out whether it's in its relative major or whether it's in its relative minor. You see this? Right here we have G, we have B, and we have D. Do, mi, so. That's our G major chord beginning with us. Now at the end, G, B, and D, we have that G major chord again. That means that this piece is in G major. Let's go to the next one. Over here, no sharps and flats. That means that this piece is in A minor or C major. But do you see how it ends in C major? That one's in C major. Let's go over here to this one with one flat. Now, once again, we're just like, okay, which letter is going to get the flat? Let's go to our algorithm. The first one is the letter B. That means this is in B flat. So, over here, it's either an F major or D minor. Now let's decode and figure out whether this is an F major or in D minor. Oh, over here we have D, we have F, and we have A. Yeah, that sounds minor. This one is in D minor. It also ends D, F, A. I'm just stacking the notes into thirds. D, F, A. Also in D minor. So now we know that this is in D minor. Here is another good sign to figure out if it's in D minor. Do you see the sharp? Now you might be wondering how there's a C sharp in here when there's no C sharp over here. This is called an accidental. An accidental is when there is something that is not diatonic to its original key signature. But the reason why this C is sharp in D minor is because in a minor chord, so here's D, which is tonic meaning home. We have C right before it, but in a minor key signature, sometimes you're going to see a sharp or a flat instead of the regular key or a natural. C sharp, D. The reason why is because the tonic over here, the leading tone, is trying to pull close to home base, which is tonic. So sometimes instead of C natural, we're going to have a major chord, usually the dominant, which is the 5 chord, is the major chord. And I can explain a little bit more about major and minor chords in another video. But I wanted to show you this one. So in D minor, the 5 chord is major, so here's D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5 chord in either major or minor scale is dominant because it wants to pull close to that home base. So that's another good way to see if it's in its relative major or minor, is doesn't have a leading tone going back to home. So right here we have a C sharp. The next note is a D, except for instead of it being up here, it's down here. But either way, that C sharp is leading home to D. So let's go ahead. Ooh, let's look over here and see what we have. Now we have something with 2 sharps. Let's go back over to our algorithm. 1 sharp 2, Father Charles. That means that in this key signature, Father Charles, F and C gets the sharp. Now let's look at our chart and see what key signature has those 2 sharps. Oh, D major or B minor. Now let's go ahead and take a look and see if it's in D major or if it is in B minor. See down here we have D. We have D up here again, and then we have A, D, F, A. F sharp A, I should say, sorry. This one is in D major. There's no leading tones in here either that would indicate that it's in B minor. If it was in B minor, you would see